Paul, what might I be of use to you, Marcus?
Julian, the guy I just fired, couldn't handle working with a mind like mine, Greg. If I had to guess why he quit last week, it's probably because my genius intimidated him. But now, our portfolio is down 15% since there's no one else here to execute my brilliant strategies. Look, Greg, I need someone who can match my pace. I need to hire a new prodigy. I know I can produce the next Warren Buffett.
Of course, I'm aware. I've completed the screening process and here are our top 2 candidates.
Oh, Christopher, look at him. I think we have our guy. Send the offer letter. I want him here by lunch.
Lunch? What? You didn't even look at it. You know, I don't care. I can't just send an offer letter. For all of that, we need to be FCF and Compass compliant. Plus, candidate B, Ben, is exceptional too. 20 years of solid local asset management. You just like Christopher because I don't know.
Biased? Greg, please. And what in the name of free market economics are FCF and Compass? Is this another one of your stupid team building exercises that HR does?
Did someone say FCF and Compass? You should let me explain. So first, the FCF, or the Fair Consideration Framework, is a set of rules which employers must follow when hiring foreigners. Before hiring a foreign professional, employers should first give locals a fair shot. And if a company wants to hire someone on an employment pass or foreigner, it must first advertise the job on the National Jobs Portal, second, leave the advertisement for up at least 14 consecutive days, and lastly, they must consider Singaporean applicants fairly. Only then may they submit EDP applications. To this rule, there are exemptions and exceptions, but this is generally what you do. If a company wants to hire someone on an employment pass, it must first advertise the job, and if they do not do so properly and they do not follow the guidelines, this means they will be placed on a watch list. And in the past few years, 47 new companies from the finance and technological sectors have been placed on this watch list for indications of discrimination, so this is what you don't want to do. So employers who do not give locals a fair chance in hiring and promotion will face scrutiny and stiff penalties, which you should seek to avoid. Next, on the Compass. So Compass stands for Complementary Assessment Framework, and this is a separate component of the employment pass system. It is a points-based assessment that determines whether an EP pass holder should be approved, and Compass evaluates whether a foreign professional complements Singapore's workforce, and this application must fulfill at least 14 points. So this framework encompasses 4 core criteria. The first is the applicant's salary, which is compared against local professionals of similar demographics. Higher salaries will receive more points. And the second is qualifications, with your university degrees, your education and professional credentials receiving higher scores. And the remaining 2 criteria assess the employer. So the third one is workplace diversity, which measures whether the company has a balanced mix of nationalities. And lastly, support for local employment evaluates whether the employer has a strong support for Singaporean workers and has a strong Singaporean workforce relative to other firms. Additional bonus points may also be given for other reasons. So all this is to ensure fairness between local and foreign hires, and compliance is mandatory and have a progressive day.
Bureaucrats, do you do the stupid HR circus FCF thingy yet, Greg?
I did the FCF posting 2 weeks ago. Both candidates passed the initial filters. They are in the waiting room right now for the final assessment.
It's nice to meet you, Ben. Likewise. So, the financial sector has an acute skills shortage. As you know, firms like these prefer experienced hires who can execute immediately.
Well, competition is uneven and it's concentrated. Companies like these refuse to invest in training over periods. We are only here because the corporate elites chose the easy external route. And my skill levels are no concern of yours. It speaks volumes of why I think you can infer my skill level for yourself.
It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
What? What do you say?
Alright, now for the last part of this interview. Christopher, how do you justify in our current regulatory climate?
Simple. Globalization. Singapore is a global business hub, and you have the structural demand for my specialized expertise. I easily clear the Compass threshold and fill in your gap perfectly.
And you, Ben, you have excellent qualifications and 20 years of experience, but as a mid-career PMAT in this rapidly evolving industry, how do you compete?
Well, you see, competition isn't economy-wide. If you invest in bridging my technical gap, you get a loyal asset with decades worth of local market intuition. What's more, no visa required.
Alright, gentlemen, thank you for your time. We will inform you of our decision in due time. See, Christopher feels the immediate skills shortage. Ben has the foundational expertise.
Yeah, well, okay.
This is a tough call. Who should we hire?
You know what? I've got it all figured out. Boy, meet our new Senior Executive Director of Asset Strategy, my son.